Hello and good evening to everyone. Happy Friday, happy week, and also happy Drip Marketing Day! Al Haytham, yes. At syempre, yan ang picture na bumungad sa inyo. Sa stream, okay. I just wanna show everyone, if you haven't seen yet though, yeah. They already drip marketed Al Haytham and also Yao Yao. Another Dendro character coming on version 3.4. Yan. Tadan! Al Haytham. Admonishing Instruction. Okay. Sumeru Academia Scribe. Ayan ang kanyang full character card. He looks so good. I wanna get him now. But we still have to wait for a couple of, a few more weeks. Before version 3.4 comes and Al Haytham finally comes home. Okay, balik natin dito. Dadan! Hoyoverse really knows its audience. Ooh, hello to Charisse08. Thanks for following. Welcome to Duster Gaming. My goodness, look at him. Okay. Hi, Mami! Oo nga, from Facebook si Charisse. Okay. Anyways, yan, I just wanted to gaze upon the gorgeous countenance of Al Haytham once more before we start on our stream, which is going to be yung interlude chapter ni Scaramouche Wanderer, okay? So we're gonna do that in a little bit. Hindi pa nila hinarap si Al Haytham, no? Ano na yan, baka himatayin na tayong mga fans. Okay. Best Mobile Game and Best Ongoing categories yung nomination. Tapos nanalo sila ng Player's Voice Award sa The Game Awards 2022. So we will be receiving 800 more Primo Gems from December 10, so that's tomorrow, to December 13. Alright. More funds for Al Haytham. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Ay, andito na pala ako kay Catherine, no?
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Bakit hindi ko pa kunin dito? Okay. So, mag-release lang tayo saglit. And then we will start with the Interlude Quest. Grabe guys, hindi na ako mapapakalimito until mag-banner si si Al Haytham. Like, gusto ko na siyang ma-release, but also ayoko pa siyang ma-release. I want more primos for him, but yeah. I think this is going to be as good as it gets. Mga 50k. Oh my gosh, maubos na yung Crystal Fly ko. Okay, Crystal Core. I'm not sure if we're gonna... Okay, 56k. Siguro abot tayo ng 60k? May 4,000 primos ba yan? I'm not sure. Okay. But yeah, 50 to 60,000 primos is the best we can do, I think. So good luck na lang sa atin. For now, though, we are going to pause our card game shenanigans and tawag dito, mag-interlude quest muna tayo ni Scaramouche. Okay, Alien. Okay. Uy, speaking of Alien, may Alien card sa Alien card sa TCG. Her card is also kinda useful. I mean, it's not the best, but
training dummies at once?
But it's not the best, but it's it has its uses.
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
Okay. Alright, next. Have any of you done the Scaramouche Quest? Mahaba ba siya? Or, ano? Will it go like 3 hours? 2.5?
Pokemon! My guiding stars! Cold! Mine to scatter! Let's move out. Not now. Don't be scared. Ha! Ha!
The wind knows me.
Ay! Okay, hold on, guys. I need to adjust something. Okay, let's see if that's okay. I think that's good. Okay. Oops.
Wind strike.
Ay. Sorry. Let's get
Time to go.
tawag dyan, the resources. Sayang. Teka lang ulit, guys. I'm making certain adjustments to my volume. Okay. Yon. Yon. Alright, next commission. Spreading evil. Alright.
Let's move out.
Ay! Pa-friendship natin si Leia.
The night is cold. Cold. Mine to
Into the wind.
scatter!
Okay. Right. Next. Next. Okay. Uy, may ano pala no? Ngayon yung bagong event. Yung, ang tawag dyan? Yung Misty Dungeon. Hello and good evening to Anton. How are you doing? Good evening. Happy weekend. Kamusta? Nakita nyo na ba ang drip marketing ni Alhaitham? Nakita nyo na ba? Ah, teka.
Not now. Stars, shine through. Exterminate!
The wind knows me.
Ay, deads na. Alright. Last. Tapos, tayo ay mag-quest na ni Kunikazushi. Okay.
Let's move out.
Ay, ano ba yun? Ayun, nahuli ko pa din.
Into the wind.
Busan ako ng tutube. Ay, nagbabay na siya. Okay. Never mind. Let's go to the last commission. Ang lamig. Actually, medyo the weather's been pretty okay. The last few couple of days though, parang sobrang init. Parang recently lang lumamig.
Allow me! Cold, mine to command. Ha!
Into the wind.
Let's move out.
One with nature. Tja!
Alunin muna natin sila. Sayang yung
Darcy, rebuild! Propagate!
Wind strategy.
Huwag na yung nasa taas, Hassel. Ngayon lang nag-bare months lamig. Oo nga, na ngayon pa lang parang nagsisimula yung mas maging komportable ang weather. Climate change na. Ano ba yan?
Add
Pero ang
Astra.
bilis, no? December na kaagad. My
Thank you for
goodness.
complete.
Okay. Konting kembot na lang. Ano na tayo? Alhatam na tayo. Howling Trial, Stormwood, Attrition. Ano to? Okay. Uy, may ano na naman tayo. May dagdag na funds para kay ano. Para kay Alhatam. Okay, ito. So, gawin na natin tong quest na to. Go to quest. Hold on. I'm just gonna... Yun. Okay. Go to quest. Navigate. Sanctuary of
Publishing.
Surastana. 3.4 kaya si Alhatam? I would assume so kasi parang naging gano'n na yung tradition ng oops! Oh my gosh, na-start na.
Come on, serious
Ganun na yung
suggestions,
naging
please.
tradition
I'm not
ng
trying to write a
Hoyoverse, I
thriller
think,
here.
with Genshin Impact.
It's supposed to be an essay, you understand?
Kung sino yung
An
characters
essay.
na
That
drip
means
market
facts
nila
and
will be the
logic.
characters who will show up in the upcoming patch. Tapos, kung wala silang na drip marketing, then walang bagong character. On-field DPS daw siya. I personally don't mind. Bahala na siya kung anong role niya sa team. Basta, ipupull ko siya kahit ano pa yung role niya sa team. Okay. Sa team ko. Facts and logic, sabi ni Akaba. Okay.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Okay.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna learn more about Tatarasuna here.
I want to write my essay
From
on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this.
Okay.
That's the only reason I came to you.
Okay.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
May nakita na kaagad. Oh my gosh, I haven't really taken a look at the details. I try to avoid them para din merong element of surprise. But yeah, minsan mahirap iwasan din even if meron akong mga naka-block na keywords, especially on Twitter. Minsan ang dami din talagang content na na pinopost. So, pero as much as possible, I try not to look at them. Yung hindi ko siya ine-effort na hanapin. Yun, ganun. Okay. Hold on pala guys, may adjust na ako sa TV. Hold on. Alright.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But
That's all the way in Inazuma.
Ay.
Is it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that?
Okay.
Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Great. Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
Conversion of Genesis. Lagay natin si ano. Talk to the scholar. Ay. Ano siya? Ano ba? Oh, higher naman daw. Ayun!
What if Tavad is round?
Correct.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Hello!
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go,
No,
wow.
of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma.
Yes. Your name is
This
very
is my first
Inazuman,
time coming face to
Sawada.
face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck,
Okay.
and out of force of habit, I started,
Hello and good
examining the
evening
evidence.
to F2P
Sorry.
Ronnie. How are you? Kamusta, kamusta?
So Wada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to
Okay.
tell us about Tatara Suna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, I can't help this
My teacher
time.
chose this area of research as a personal challenge.
Personal challenge.
He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatara Suna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let
Wow,
me give
grabe,
you some
mag-aaral
background.
pa tayo, my
This
God.
all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine
Oh,
blade.
Nagamasa. Yung ano, diba? Ito yung, the Claymore, Katsura Kagiri, Nagamasa. Okay. Your Alhaitham is coming soon, sabi ni Ronnie. Yes! Finally! He's coming!
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the
Kabuki
records
Mono.
also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word
Si,
for an
ano?
eccentric stranger. Someone who
Si
dresses
Scaramouche.
funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived
For
in
a while
Tatara
before
Suna for a
disappearing
while
without a
before
trace.
disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Mhm.
So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend
This
of
is my
mine works at the
government,
government
okay.
records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now
Over
confirm that
400
all
years
the
ago.
aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
I guess Scaramucho is about 400 years old or so, diba?
Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government
Niwa.
official named Niwa. Curiously enough, It seems like he went missing too.
Hmm.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it.
Great sword-
Have you ever heard
sword-
of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this
Oh,
Niwa was a distant relative of the
to the
Kaidahara
Kaidahara
clan,
clan.
the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Ooh, okay.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything
Ayan
else
na
going
yung
on
ano,
around
yung
that
link.
time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes,
There's
of course.
more?
How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki
Not
Mono
a-
was
oh,
not a
no.
human,
Paano
but
nila
a
nalaman?
puppet.
A puppet?
Paano nila nalaman? No. The Shogun puppet that the Electra Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with. Hindi heard. But what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasu?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Uy, grabe ang sungit ni Lumin.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I mean, we know all of this because of all the previous quests, di ba? Okay.
I agree.
And also the
it
content
does.
from YouTube,
But considering
yung mga
that non-human races in
information.
Inazuma
Good evening,
are by
madam.
no
Sabi
means
ni
uncommon,
Mildred, hello, how are
spooky
you?
events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please.
Okay, a man arrived in Tatarasuna, spied laborers, okay. Fire, they might extract from it gems, okay. The mood, the desired environment was ineffable beyond mere description. Sir Miyazaki, okay. In Zuma's Durang, I sailed upon the passages, what? A young man dressed in a linen shirt and wearing a headscarf. Okay. Katsurage and Miyazaki. This watcher was Niwa, armory officer and administrator of Tatarasuna. Born to the Niwa clan, which served as one of the 3 pillars of the Ishin art. Oh. Well-bundled text to Niwa. Okay. Let's try some of these forging techniques. Okay, na pinatry nila sa Kaidahara clan, okay? Katsuragi. I see your ears, okay. Kabuki Mono. Okay, ito na si Scaramouche. Mist and spool. It is, okay, like a false sphere, the black cloud, useful. Okay. Half an arm was left of the one who had cried out for help. Hala. Diyos ko po. Kasuraga, things ago, okay. The clouds above boiled in waves of black. Ito na yung nangyari dun sa Tatarasuna na ano, yung parang, ano daw, tatarigami. Energy. Okay. Hello and good evening to Dennis. Kamusta? Okay, ano nangyari? Okay, so nag-confront na si Nagamasa with Kabuki Mono. Alright. Yes.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
Okay. Alright, that's nice, baby. High five. Okay. Boom. Oh, ang dami naman pinapabasa sa atin dito. Glossary, Tatarasuna, Raiden, Golkaden, Mikoshi, Nagamasa, Kabuki Mono. Okay. Strange notes from the Tatarasuna area. Okay. Okay. Sir Katsuragi discovered a nameless eccentric, so that's Kabuki Mono. Single Nagamaki, Daitatara, Nagamasa. Okay. Performed a sword dance with that wandering eccentric. Okay. Nozomu died that night, and they say that while Katsuragi may have committed malfeasance, it was out of the goodness of his heart. Okay. Seven notes mentioned prior have been scattered across the Tatarasuna area. Oh, makikita ba natin to sa ano? Sa Tatarasuna mismo? Hidden Tales. Makikita kaya natin yung mga notes na yon? I think I have it in my ano? Meron ba tayo nun? Revolve around the yokai who are so very characteristic of Inazuma. A small portion, however, repeatedly mentions the word puppet. Possess special joint lines that would fade with time, potentially disappearing altogether. It can also be read as Kabuki Mono. So, ayun na nga si Scaramouche. Miwa Hisahide. Inheritor of the Ishin art. Okay. Together with the Akame and Kaidehara clans, Ishin Sansaku. Vice Army Officer Miyazaki, Inspector Mikoshi Nagamasa, si Katsuragi, Kabuki Mono. Unknown. Wait lang, yung
Sawada
Hidden
was
Tales.
encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like,
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to...
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
I'm pretty sure we're going to learn more about, obviously, Scaramouche, and then what happened all those years ago, bakit nagkaroon siguro nung tatarigami whatever dun sa Tatarasuna.
good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
Okay.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Okay. Check ko nga yung inventory ko kung meron ako nung Hidden Tales, or is it a quest item or something?
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it? Okay,
Yes.
then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. Ah!
Ayan na.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Ayan na. Let's go.
the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Alright, wait. Wait lang. Titingnan ko muna yung ano ko. Toki Alley Tales pala, okay? 1,000 Nights. So, wala yung ano. Baka nakikita lang siya dun sa ano. Baka nakikita lang siya talaga around Tatarasuna, but you can't pick it up, I guess. So, let's go and follow Iskara. Uy, sakto pala kasama natin si Kaide Harakazuha sa party. May history sila ng ano. May history sila ni Kabuki Mono. Let's go! Ako, Nahida. Hello! Hi, Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough. You're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be lacked up?
Friends na sila ni Nahida.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Uy, grabe.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Oo nga, no. Ang daming ang dami palang kinakausap ni, basically, dalawang Fatui Harbinger na yung inareglohan ni ni Nahida, si Dottore, tsaka si Scaramouche. The voice of Nahida, who was it? She did a very good job. Kimberly, I always forget her surname. Kimberly Campbell. Ayun. Kimberly Campbell. Siya yung Si naman, si Scaramouche, ang kanyang English VA is si Patrick Pedraza. Ayan.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
I actually agree with Dennis. I like the voice acting of Nahida, yung English VA. Si Miss Kimberly Campbell. Very parang calming yung niya. Knowledgeable but calming voice. So yeah. I love it.
The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events,
I'm not
even
worth
I
quite
have
what
to
I used
admit
to be.
that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't
Ano ka
listen
papayo
to
mo?
him!
Wait lang.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good.
Wait, what are you
Go
going to
now,
do?
and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you
Ano
serious
gagawin niya?
about
Wait.
this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of
that's
them,
a big question,
he'll
no?
be better acquainted with this information than I
Bakit
am.
tayo Descender tapos si Abyss Twin hindi Descender? Sabi ni F2P, makeup lang daw si Scar. Kaya siya umalis. Gano'n ba siya katagal magme-makeup?
He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Okay.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me.
Okay. So, Scaramouche is going to help us find information.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him!
I understand.
Sometimes everything...
But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back.
Okay.
And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart
being
reserved for
alone
an
in the dark,
intense
searching
longing.
for the one candle
A
whose light
feeling
still
of being
burns.
all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Okay, I'm
Great.
glad to be able to help.
Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Alright. Oh my gosh, we're in the Irminsul.
Wow! It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something.
We'll be entering into the
In a
innermost
few
region.
moments,
Okay. Oh my gosh,
you'll be
what's gonna
entering
happen?
into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information.
Goodness.
You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine.
Okay, understood.
Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all.
Okay.
Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Oh my gosh.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Grabe naman to.
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's
There's no
unbearable.
need for all the biting sarcasm. Okay.
We can start now.
Alright. I guess we can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Para siyang computer, no? Para talaga siyang computer. Ooh, that looks
Is
interesting.
this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Hey! So what's gonna happen?
Wow. So this is the inside
Ito yung nasa
of
trailer, I
Irminsul.
guess. Okay. Ito yung loob ng Irminsul.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Okay, oh my god.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Information lang to.
What are you
What's gonna
smirking
happen to
at?
us nga?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything
Okay.
out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Alright, sige. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, is that a branch of information? Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
These sapling things have spread out.
And the space seems to have...
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be
Hold
careful
on,
not
guys.
to
I'll be
touch them.
back. Alright, we're back. And we gotta follow the traveler. Uy, sorry naman. Naiwan na tayo.
It looks the same in every direction.
It seems that the balladeer is more used to it than I. Mga information ba yan?
No
Yung
wonder
mga
he mentioned
tumutubong
about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Okay, malapit na tayo dun sa puno. Let's go.
We're here.
What a huge tree!
All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Doesn't put up any resistance. Good at working on the front line.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Okay. Oh, he looks so...
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Ay.
Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Grabe, ang high-tech ni Nahida.
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Okay.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong
Nakakatuwa
with
siya.
us
Parang
talking
he's
like
the
this
most
once in a while.
genuine of all the... of all the Archons so far. Okay.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great!
Good evening, sabi ni Kyle, may masaya dyan, panigurado. Yes! Oh my God. Okay. I'll hate him, finally. Coming in
Paimon's
3.4.
been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Kita mo na madam mga chismis of it. I haven't yet. So far, hindi pa nakakalusot sa aking mga filters and block keywords. But, yeah, I'm not searching it out. If I see it, then maybe I'll take a look. But if not, then, hindi ko, usually yung mga ganong bagay, hindi ko actively na sinesearch sa social media. So, kung hindi ko pa madaanan, we'll see just what happens, you know. So far, wala pang nakakalusot though. Effective pa yung aking mga block keywords sa Twitter. Seems like they're doing jobs for others. Okay. So, I guess he needs direction. I guess that's his nature sa, that's his nature maybe as a puppet. He needs instruction, so he will do his best. Parang ganon.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Oh. The betrayals and other events in Inazuma.
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Argus DI.
So, you made contact with
Betrayal
that part
turned
of his mind.
Balladeer into the person he used to be.
Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon.
Even if you're a puppet
created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an
Tatarasuna
essay.
incident.
Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident.
If you mean the mysterious events, the
Yes, I know all about.
Kabuki-mono
Okay,
and
oh my
so
gosh.
on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like
Still
lots of
unexplained.
Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination.
Hey.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
Guesswork.
So the Gesse got it right?
Guessay.
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Tatarasuna
was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Aw, alam niya na nag-uusap tayo telepathically, my gosh. Hello and good evening to Aryan. Kamusta?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
Grabe naman.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
Oy, ano yan? Bakit wait?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings.
Bakit wait?
What could
Ano
it be?
to? Okay.
Anonymous data.
Anonymous data?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
What is this?
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Oh, he knows Niwa nga pa. He knows Niwa. Yeah, he knows the lineage of the Ishin art. And he knows Niwa, diba? Kasi nga yung kabuki mono and stuff. Oh my gosh, wait. Excited na daw si Aryan kay Alhaitham, pero di excited ang Primos. Mga kaipan pa, we still have like a little over a month to go, right? If the schedule is if the schedule goes without a hitch, we will be getting version 3.4 at around January 18, 2023. My God! Oh my gosh, mapupunta tayo dun sa memory. Or I guess it's not memory but rather information. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me.
Escher.
From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma.
Like the, no?
And it has been
Yung
my
mga parang
great
optical
honor to
illusion
befriend you
stuff,
all.
si Escher. Hello and good evening to Sas King.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems?
Worker fatigue and casualties.
Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know,
strange filth inside the
someone
furnace.
died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope.
Oh. So, si Kabuki Mono, he is asking for help from the Shogun, or he asked for help from the Shogun to help save Tatarasuna. Okay.
But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher.
Okay.
But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I.
Like,
he does things by the book.
if he somehow caused whatever is happening to Tatarasuna, sino siya? Is he like an agent, Fatui agent?
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about—
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are,
Kaya
it
nga,
looks like
bakit
your
niya
plan
gusto
to destroy
i-destroy ang
Tatarasuna has worked.
Tatarasuna, if ever, diba? Naka 1060p ka, madam? I have no idea. Yung mga techie-techie stuff, I usually leave it to my, to my husband.
I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Right moment to what? Ay! Oh my god!
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
Oh no!
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them.
Was an alias. O, yun
Eventually,
nga.
they managed to
Patuwi ka,
confirm
no?
that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Oh! It's Dottore. It's
If you
the
kill me,
voice.
there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong.
Oh, diba?
There is one other
That's Dottore's
person.
voice, right?
Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Oh.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance.
Diba, guys?
This
Tell
is
me I'm
all
wrong.
part of a
That's
carefully
Dottore,
controlled
right? Okay.
experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
Ayun na nga.
I'm a
Si Dottore
Fatui
nga.
harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
So bakit niya sisirain yung ano? Sisirain yung Tatarasuna. Something to do with ano? With Kabuki Mono? Oh my
The
God.
Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Minor inconvenience for you.
That's it? That's
First
why you
technology.
gave us your cursed technology?
Let
Just to
loose the
let
evil
loose the
energy.
evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say.
Oh no,
It is the only
magagalit lalo
chance
si
you have
ano,
of preventing a
si
catastrophe
Scara
and keeping
kay
the truth from the
Dottore.
outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by
When they
evil
are filled
spirits
with
when they
hate.
are filled with hate. So give in to your
When a
fury.
malevolent heart
I
is
want to
placed
see what
into an
happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you,
Being
that
used by
pure,
someone else.
innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone
Grabe
else
naman yung mga ano ni
instead.
Dottore. Ano ba
What other
yan?
reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Tell him that both Nagamasa
If you
and I
give
see him as one of us.
My heart. Tell him
Oh,
that
dang.
both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to
Because
anyone.
not everyone just wants to use other people.
Because
Oh.
not everyone
Oh,
just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a
Monster
monster
or
or a
demon, if you
demon,
wish.
if you wish.
there-
At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own
Oh.
folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I
Grabe
say,
si
Mr.
Dottore.
Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity.
Oh no!
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
A plan by the Jester. Create a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What are they trying to achieve? And this was 400 years ago. They were alive then? What?
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade.
So I guess the doctor...
And if not...
And...
let's turn him to dust.
Piero is... Or... The two of them are old. As old as... The Balladeer, like 400 plus years. Oh my gosh, wait. Ang tagal na nung plano nila. Dang. How long have they been working? The Fatui. How long have they been working on their plan? Oh my god, wait. What?
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Oh no. Oh no.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
No, but Niwa cared about you and Nagamasa also. Aww.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. My goodness, okay. It existed only in his imagination, but where does this lead?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad.
They need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Damn.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand.
Yeah.
Perhaps he
Tagal
needed to
nun,
learn
diba?
this
For
someday.
400 years, paniniwalaan mo na.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor.
Seeds of
Everything
disaster
he
in
did was
Inazuma
just to
that would
plant
bear
seeds
fruit
of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the Balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the Balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process.
Grabe ang salbahe ni Dottore.
The load was far beyond what he expected, but the Balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic,
Oh,
"This
Niwa
device seems to have
protected him.
me.
Ah!
What's in it?"
Oh my gosh.
The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
No.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The Balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life.
It had protected him from the
A
flood.
heart acquired through
Pero it was
cold-blooded murder
Niwa's
is a
heart.
cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatara Suna without looking back.
Damn, oh my gosh.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim?
Being betrayed by is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokaden. Yeah. The right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Mystery of the Tarzan.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna talk to him? Guess we can just run. Okay. A while later. Oh my god, grabe. Kawawa naman si Scaramouche.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
Ko naman, traveler, kunwari ka pa, concerned ka din naman.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Okay, so oh my gosh, ano na naman malalaman natin dito?
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Ano man ang malalaman natin?
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul.
Yes, why?
It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Conria.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Summoning? What is this?
The heavens responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria and lived with your brother for a time.
Dumadami yung questions. Okay.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this.
Does he know, like, Kaya's family, si Jester? Si Piero. Oh my god, wait, what? Oh. Hey, oh my god.
Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh.
Huh? What have you done?
Oh no, she kneeled niya yung
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past.
Oh my gosh.
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing.
He wants to change the past.
I was just thanking her for helping me.
But that was because I know about Greater Lord Luca, diba? By
So
not denying
long.
immediately.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
What's he gonna do?
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this
Okay,
once
hold
and
on
for
guys.
all.
I'll be back. Oh, he's trying to hey, wait lang. He's trying to change the past.
Balladeer!
Kasi nalaman niya na yung totoo.
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow. Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now?
Suddenly cut off by
I was
some
suddenly
power.
cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
Okay, oh my gosh, what he's trying to do?
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated?
Achieve something beyond his
Or-
ability.
Did he achieve something beyond his abilities?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault.
Okay.
Please, let me handle this
Handle
from
this
here.
from here.
Even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now.
Stay here for
Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but
isn't something
this
I need your
isn't
help
something I
with?
need your
What?
help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is
Maybe some
correct,
minor
though
disturbances.
there may be some minor disturbances,
Rest and recover.
it won't
Okay.
lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Okay. Are we going to tell Paimon? The Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. Okay.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life! It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this?
Yeah.
Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's
He
so
wants to erase
confused.
himself from history. So, ito na nga, it's linking to the, yung character, niya. Diba? Yung character demo niya na hindi siya nakilala ng mga Fatui soldiers.
Huh?
Ala.
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe. I'm just guessing here.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working.
Okay.
Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
The Balladeer does erase himself. Many people in Inazuma will be affected, I can imagine. With a connection to the Raiden Gokuden. Kazo haaya ka ayato. That's true. Or makakalimutan lang nila, pero nangyari na yung nangyari sa history. So, mawawala yung association ni Kabuki Mono. Ganon.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Okay, I have no idea.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and...
Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Alright, we're back again! Okay. Ano nangyari? Ano nang ginagawa ni Nahida?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was,
Oh no, what's happening?
talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. The Balladeer? Is that a food too?
Oh no!
Huh. Weird name, though.
Hala!
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something... So, the Balladeer. Is
Oh no!
that someone's name? 'Cause
Everyone
it
forgot
sounds like
him
a
na?
nickname or something.
I need to know what else has changed.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
No, it's not the time to explain. Oh my gosh, what happened? Talk to Aminoma Togo. Okay. I guess we're gonna learn about kung anong naging effect nung Oh my god, wait! Gosh. Ang daming nito My goodness. Daming nangyayari.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the ride and go.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline.
Branch.
And for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
Okay, what was the reason?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Ano na?
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden,
oh my gosh.
it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you, the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. Yeah. Nag-iba na. He was still died. Yun nga.
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea.
Nawala na yung involvement ni ni Balladeer. No. Okay. So, ganun din. Hindi rin nabago yung past kasi nategi pa din si Niwa.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler.
Okay. Diba? So, walang nangyari. Kasi na-tegi boom pa din si si Niwa. Okay, bakit tayo pupunta dito? Usapin natin si Ayato.
This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters.
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid
right
your timing is unfortunate.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place.
What do you think?
Anong
Shall
business,
we go in?
Ayato?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say? Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well,
busy as ever.
Busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
Okay.
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Yeah, because there are no changes there. Okay.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, I would
Visit
love
more often.
nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend. I must say, many things
Since
in
you arrived,
Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. I mean it. Whenever the Commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away. The Commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. They say it's because Toma is a much better chef than most. Oh, the Commissioner is so fond of home comforts. They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met. It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend who... So, in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. Wonderful. Thank you.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great. Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next? Great! Goodbye, ma'am! Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right, then. Take care now.
Okay.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Tatarasuna. Okay. Happening. Uy. Ano to? Who this? Oh, si Xavier.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
He's suddenly French.
I was in the general area, and
Xavier.
now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
Okay.
Like the back of my hand. Meg, not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's, Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
The doctor still sabotaged the furnace.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge? Sure, go ahead.
Kabuki Mono.
A Kabuki Mono?
Okay, so na-erase lang si Kabuki Mono, pero yung the rest are basically the same.
I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a Kabuki Mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
Really managed to erase himself. But so far, yun nga. Hindi lang siya naaalala ng mga tao, pero nangyari pa rin yung mga nangyari.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Keep your smile, Spino Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Hindi na see you later, alligator. Keep your smile, Spino Crocodile. Okay.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Okay, let's go meet Nahida indeed. Okay. So he didn't succeed. He succeeded-ish by deleting himself from history. Maybe, maybe Nahida helped him. Pero kahit in-erase niya yung sarili niya sa history, wala din. Kasi, yung dalawang
Hey, it's them!
Yung dalawang guessayist.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
We still have research at Tatarasuna. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Can I read it again?
Huh? Oh, of course.
So, andito ba yung kabuki? Ayun, wala nang kabuki mono. Happily Hidden Tales. Okay. Vice Armory Officer. Nozomu. Okay. Kenjiro. Daitatara Nagamasa. Pinlighted. I trust you. So broken. 7 notes. Okay, yung note. Hidden Tales of Tatarasuna. A great many of these rumors were all around a yokai. Okay. A small portion repeatedly mentions the word outsider. Armory Officer, Miyazaki, Mikoshi. The Mechanic, si Dottore. Ito yung mga bagong dagdag ba?
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
Okay, so wala nang linen shirt hair. Siniwa. Lizard, okay. So, wala na si wala na nga si Kabuki Mono sa mga nila. Sa mga sinusulat nila. Okay. Another effect of tampering with the information.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this?
Okay.
Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Raiden Goka din.
Wow. So many new details.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Na-erase lang sila sa memories. Si Balladeer.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it.
Oh,
okay,
so
bye for
sorry.
now.
Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Alright, so let's talk to Mamshi Nakida. Yes, baby. What? Why?
Nahida, we're here.
I don't know, anak.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
The Balladeer?
Oh no, pati siya nakalimutan
niya. Sounds like some kind of code name.
Ayan na nga.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Just like last time, any changes to Irman's soul affect her as well. He finished erasing himself before Nahida was... I am the record keeper.
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look
there are
so
things
upset.
that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. Broken and scattered across time. Puppet, the deer created by... He was a puppet who lived among them. The balladeer, thinking had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing it. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity.
I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine.
I remember it a little differently. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it
is
possible to do this.
Go through with it.
But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations.
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given.
Only you remember that.
As for what kind of person he was...
We don't actually really know.
Only you remember that.
The Wanderer, right? We were enemies, diba? We weren't really friends, we just knew him. So, damn. Save someone, did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. And my hesitation gave him his... Greater Lord Ruka Devata erased her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. I know why the balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell him that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
He chose such a radical option, and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Diba? Wala rin eh.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. He couldn't keep hating humans after that.
He thought there was a chance he could save his old friends.
If he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. This story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless.
You really can change the past
completely. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
And yet the dead still didn't get a second chance.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Okay, what is it?
Found it. This should be the one.
Oh, what's that?
It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
It resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
I authored this record myself.
Hello kay Meshach. Nagpaparamdam na daw ang C6 Alhaitham. Ano?
Nakailan yung ano.
Sana umabot, di ba?
Sana bigay sa akin si Laila.
Parang bitin ng aking ano eh. Parang bitin ng aking primus. My goodness.
Laila.
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki-mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written the story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything.
Abot yan, madam, manalig tayo. Diyos ko, malaking pananalig ang kailangan natin para mapaabot si Alhaitham. Alhaitham ng C6, Diyos ko po.
This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them.
So this is the fairy tale thing that Nahida wrote to preserve the memory of Balladeer or information about him.
But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
I guess this is Scara and this is Dottore.
Furious at this happy resolution,
the
monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
Oh no, that's Scara.
The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
Ito yung feather niya from tawag dyan? From Ride and Shogun.
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for
Poor
good.
kitten.
Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter to become a god. He was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
Pero wait. So I guess Paimon is off Tevat. Kasi naapektuhan siya ng Irminsul. Huh, okay.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather.
Sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
Namamato ng gulay. Sana healer si Yao Yao. Actually, me too. Para we have, tama ba? We have healers for all elements, right? Animo healer, yes. Geo healer, yes. Electro meron na din. Pyro, yes. Yeah. Dendro na lang yung walang healer. So yeah, sana nga may capability si Yao Yao na mag-heal.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
First daw ni Yao Yao mambabato ng isang sako ng patatas. Uy, masakit yun. Basta may lamang patatas. Kung sako lang, wala lang.
So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny.
So I guess that's what Scaramouche did? He chose his own destiny?
To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up! How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it! Come on, on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while.
Hey?
Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar.
Take a walk
That'll
around the
be sure to
Grand
lift
Bazaar.
our spirits.
Okay.
There's a few things I'd like to look into. You should go take a walk and try to unwind.
Okay. Yes.
What should we eat first?
Like there's something I'm missing.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Okay. Ang daming na nangyari. Ang daming lore bombs dito, ha?
Whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Gotta be in there somewhere. Something about Irminsul and deleting oneself.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
She said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own incarnation? There would be no...
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Completely erase his own existence, in which case the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Ayun na siya!
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is
no.
it? The work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss.
It's working.
I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Oh, his vision is not yet here.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the wrong.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed.
Oh my
Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Obviously, he knows that. He still remembers, right? He remembers himself. He remembers himself, right? I mean, know. Ayan na. Okay. Tapos mapapansin niya tayo na sinusundan natin siya.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsettias? Oh, all right.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
I would never believe it.
Huh?
Ayan na.
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city.
Yeah.
I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before?
Ang laki naman ng Sunsettia, grabe.
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Oh.
I have no recollection.
Ooh.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
Okay.
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
So he didn't disappear. He's still here.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that...
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Okay.
And let's return to the city.
Okay. So, ano nangyari? Paano niya na-erase yung yung sarili niya sa... Paano niya na-erase yung sarili niya sa Okay, anak. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'll be back.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway.
Oh, okay.
Go wherever you want,
guys.
kid.
Wait lang ulit.
Don't waste your time here.
Right.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, You should go live your life.
On my first school.
But I don't...
In Genshin Impact, I have all...
No.
Okay.
You're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right, done.
Billion, grabe naman.
Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
I said over,
Okay.
not billion. I said over.
Yes, okay, over a bit. Return to the sanctuary of Suristan. Okay, oh, we're gonna bring him there, okay. I don't know. They want to support me. Okay. Oh no! Paghaharapin sila ni ano. Okay. Hi.
I said all.
Yes, all. That I mean.
We all want for me. I always died.
Okay, and then you got better? Okay.
I just died.
Okay. Ooh, she has a computer.
Nahida! What's wrong?
No, si Nahida.
Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
No wonder is a boy. Okay. Wait lang, Bibi.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about,
I think it's just pretending.
I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
I really don't know. Oh my gosh. Sige, tuloy na lang natin to.
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike.
Wow, talagang dinerecho siya ni Nahida.
You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Okay, oh my gosh. Ayan na.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect. A cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but...
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Pero bakit ganun yung personality niya as a playable character?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything!
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Oh.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me.
Very well.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Blank slate siya. And then, he will find out about his past and then decide what to do with it?
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Okay. Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Okay. Enter the memory. Reminiscent drift. Gosh.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
The Shake Pavilion.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense.
Oh
You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Ooh.
Who are you?
Ayun, oh my gosh. Dito siya nakita ni Katsuragi.
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second-in-command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Ay, bumalik lang tayo dun sa taas. Where are we going? Can we go there? Do we open this door? Anong ginagawa mo, Lumi? Yes, baby. Wait. It's I got a cork board. I got a cork board. It's where something you, it's where you, dito tayo galing sa taas, diba? Wait, where do we go? Here? Ay. Oh. How do we go there? I don't know, baby. I don't know, it's for the motorcycle. Meron ba dito? Ay, wala. Paano tayo bababa? How do we go down? Ah, ito. Okay. Meron pala sa likod na daanan. Fine.
Allow me! Let's move out.
Oh, what's this? Ouch! What's this?
Huh? What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you.
Oh, it's the kid.
I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
Same kid dun sa mga video niya.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
Oh,
This
no.
child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him.
What happened to the child then?
Okay.
He died from his illness while he was still very young.
Ayun na nga.
The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something!
Oh no.
You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Exploring.
Let's move out.
I don't know. Wait, is there something there? Kawawa naman siya. Wait. Oh my gosh, ayan na. Okay, ano na?
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Oh my...
Hold the line! Not now! Stars, shine for me! Scatter! Spring forth!
Into the wind!
Time to work, class! Come at me!
My guiding stars!
With your darkness, your joy,
One with
just
nature.
begun. Looks like I went too far.
Oh my gosh. Yan na yung mga crystal marrow na ano. Nothing more here. Oh dang. Ito yung ano.
This place is dark.
Yung delusion.
Paimon knows this place. It's the delusion factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
Oh!
Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
Oh my gosh.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. By then, see you at the victory feast.
Oh, dang. Senora!
Poor little
making another
tongue.
appearance.
She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Oh, anong masasabi mo ngayon,
The
Wanderer?
plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Well, time. The birds can...
Okay, nothing here. What's that? Okay. Alright, let's go. Woo! Ano pa? Oh my gosh.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Yung pag-experimento sa kanya.
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna... What are we going to see? Are we going to see the fight between the Traveler and... Or maybe Hypatia? Oh my gosh, okay, the fight.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear.
Oh.
No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass. Can you return my memories to me?
Ayun, okay. So, nung in-erase niya yung past niya, nakalimutan niya din yung sarili niya. Right. So, I guess it's parang this is his way of choosing to be, Parang yun na nga, gusto niya i-shoulder niya yung burden nung kung ano man yung ginawa niya. Hindi niya na gustong i-erase. But this time, he's given a choice. Parang ganon. Na decision niya to. Unlike before na almost everything that happened to him wala siyang... Oh my gosh, okay.
But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you.
Ah, okay. So, kaya babalik yung parang medyo sassy personality niya. Kasi ibabalik lahat ng ano. Okay.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Yeah, it's part of him eh. Dun siya nabuo talaga eh. Even if it's like the bad things, right? Wanderer.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Oh.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
Oh my goodness.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Ayun na. Got this vision. Oh my god.
Balladeer?
Die.
What? Are we going to fight him?
This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back?
Got any more stupid questions?
Be more human!
Too slow. Squall and Fury. Search for it. At my command, you shall fall. Behold. Feeble human. Unsightly insects. Squall and Fury.
Ano nangyari pag nag-dead ako dito? Aray.
The wind rises.
Pwede ba akong kumain? Ay, pwede akong kumain. Wait lang. Bawa naman siya.
Squall and Fury.
Ay, anong ginagawa ko? Ay, nai-heal tayo ko siya. Okay.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch
You sound
up
like
with
you're
you.
concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay. Me, myself, but not I. Walang treasure chest. Ay, sad. Treasure chest lang yung hobby. Sama ng ugali.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the sixth is.
Yun nga, kasi in-erase niya yung memory, diba?
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, Your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again,
ayun
so
na eh,
be
parang
it.
nature niya na talaga yun eh. He has to be useful in some way. Because he was created for a purpose.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
I'll balance the books one day, don't you worry. He's going to help us in the end. Okay.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
Do you want to be human?
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I hope we can get Nahida.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Yay!
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Okay.
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too!
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot.
Maybe you
if
can
you
ask
can't
them for
decide
ideas?
on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No,
Jun.
Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all
Moy
yours.
pala. Ano ba? Zhongli.
Have you got anything?
You can obtain an appellative stroke from the Archon quest. Cannot be utilized. There is a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, so do so with care. Okay. Edit the Wanderer's name. Wanderer na lang. Diba? June. Ano bang magandang pangalan? Oh my gosh. Utoy. Balong. Ano pa ba? I don't. Okay. Wait lang. Okay. Wait. Wanderer. Wait lang. Google ko lang. Constellation. Anong pangalan ng constellation niya? Ano ba? Wait. Asan yung wiki? Wanderer. Again. Yan. Anong pangalan ng constellation niya? Peregrinus. Ano ibig sabihin ng Peregrinus? Peregrine. Hindi. Foreigner ang Peregrinus. Ang hirap naman umisip ng pangalan ni Wanderer. Mark. Michael. Ganon. Ano ba? Ay, pangalan natin sa kanya. Milo. Batik. Whitey. Blackie. Ang hirap umisip ng pangalan. Dominador. Okay. Bebe Boy. Sabi ni Ari. Ala, ang hirap naman umisip ng pangalan. Parahin mo naman siyang bigyan ng pangalan na na yung parang Wanderer. Name generator. Mamaya mapindot ko yung confirm. Wanderer, wag ganon ang badu. Wag ganon. Juan de la Cruz. One word lang without space. Okay. Initium novum, new beginning. Arte ko naman. Gusto ko Latin para ano. Ano ba maganda? New. Novus. Start. Status. Ito ba? Ventus. Si 21 eh. Libertus. Wait lang. Moria. Ano? Hindi ako makaisip ng pangalan. Alam ko na, wait. Okay. Teka lang, guys. Naka-open yung translator ko. Boy version ni Katerino. Ano bang ginawa niya? Tinititigan na tayo, nag-aantay na siya, naiinis na siya sa atin. Okay. You know what? Let's go with Novus. Because he's a new person.
Are you sure?
Yes! I think this will...
Alright. If you say so.
Okay.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop.
Doon talaga tayo pinaka nagtagal no, sa pangalan niya.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
Pwede naman natin siyang i-rename pag nakaisip ako ng mas na pangalan.
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
Like the Torre? Oh my gosh, what are you going to do?
The Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know.
Oh.
Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself.
He's going to talk to Kazuha?
I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall.
So tayo pa yung mag-e-explain, grabe naman.
Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. All right. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
And you too, wow. Ano
He's gone.
You too lang ang reference sa atin
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go
Buti pa
and
si
relax
Nahida
for a
tinawag
while.
na wise deity. Diba? Wala man lang tayong nickname na maganda You two lang talaga Okay, I guess so that's the end of the quest. Okay.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Aww. Return to the resting place. Someone is, just 3 hours.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, great!
Okay, hold on. Wait lang, guys. Okay, we're back.
Huh? Look at the vase.
Ayun na nga.
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? Like, Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Paimon bumped into the table. Change the world, so why is this vase still broken?
You sound lost and confused.
Who is that?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance.
Sino to?
But for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you?
Who is this?
How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
I should trust my memories. Is this the yung ento?
Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment, Paimon will be right back.
Someone from Celestia? Ano ba? Hydro Archon? May ganun bang capability yung Hydro Archon? Baka parang si Nahida lang yung may ganun. I mean, the other gods don't have that capability, I think. Like si Dongli and si Venti, wala naman silang ganun. I wonder what else awaits me in the future. Ooh, okay, that's done. Ayun yung item, yung pampabago ng pangalan ni ni Wanderer. This one. So, once lang siya pwedeng gamitin. Right. Okay, so I guess that's it for now, guys. Thank you for joining me. Medyo natagalan ng ating stream dahil ang daming nangyari sa ating interlude quest. Oh my gosh, ang daming lore bombs. Anyways, I hope to see you next stream, guys. Next time we will do the next event, yung Misty Dungeon. So, yan, join me next time on Monday ulit ang ating stream. So, thank you guys for your support. I super appreciate you all. I will see you on Monday. Happy weekend, guys. Bye!